All right, Shalom Akim. All praises goes to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim, Kakodash. Double honors goes into the apostles and elders, a great millstone that taught me the truth. Much love and peace and blessings goes out to all you hopeful elect brothers teaching the word of Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai. So this is the brother Amawan Abad from Great Millstone, Kansas City camp. Just coming to do a quick walk and talk lesson while I'm taking this walk with my bun. And basically it's gonna be about how that movie Coming to America, which the 2 is the number 2, so it's the Coming to America Part 2 with Eddie Murphy, how that movie was a travesty, man. It was a travesty, meaning it was absurd. Because I looked up the word travesty just before I did the video because the Spirit told me that would be the title. But I actually, after that, looked up the word and it said absurd, ridiculous misrepresentation of something. And that's exactly what that movie was. Because what did it really misrepresent? It misrepresent Israelite culture. Because basically the movie, the synopsis of the movie, it was about, part 2 where Eddie Murphy, he went to America. It's the aftermath of him coming to America from his kingdom while he was the prince to find his queen, which is absurd in itself because this guy had women within his own kingdom, which he was about to inherit, ready to be at his beck and call, do whatever he said. And he skipped that to get a freaking American woman, which that's the most idiotic thing you could do. Okay, so in this part 2 of the film, it's like, I guess it would be while he's about to inherit the throne and, he's already older. He has 3 daughters. And he was just him along with, it was mostly him, but he was getting basically downplayed the entire movie, made him look completely weak and effeminate during the whole movie. This guy found out he had an illegitimate son in America, right, that he fathered, and went to get him to be the next king of Zamunda because there was no legitimate male heirs. He had all daughters, which actually that part is right on spot. Because if there's a king and he doesn't have any, in Israel, if he doesn't have any heirs, that's a shame. That's a shame unto him. And technically, whoever's supposed to inherit the throne is the next in line. If there is no king, the next from his father. So say he has a brother that's alive, or his brother's too old and his brother has a son, so his nephew, somewhere in that family line, as a male, is supposed to reign. But in this movie, as this guy got his son proved to be not up to task to be a king. And we know why, because he was in America. This guy was in America and had no true sense of royalty, meaning taking charge, commanding, And that's pretty much the mindset of the average American, Americanized Israelite, when I say Israelite, I'm talking to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You are the Israelites. You're emasculated. You don't know that what your destiny entails, and it entails rulership over the planet, and to be king is a great calling. Get off that part. Don't be that close to the street. That's too close to the street. So this guy, in one particular scene, there was a scene where he had to ask his mother if it's okay for him to get bathed by 3 women, which would have did anything for him in that bathhouse, And then he had a woman that he was not intended to marry, that he didn't intend to marry, but got close relationship with, and he chose to get with that woman on the basis of having a woman that's equal to him with her own opinions and dreams and aspirations.
Dad, can some people eat these?
No.
Or animals?
No. Yeah, some animals. And so he got with this woman and chose her rather than a woman that was lined. Come this way. Wait for this person. And the woman that was lined up for him to marry, just like Eddie Murphy in the first movie, would have done everything he asked. Because there was a scene that was replicated where he was asking the woman, he said, well, what do you like to do? Whatever you like. What and so on and so forth, you know. So, and with that, the travesty in that would be that, you know, women, you weren't everything your things, everything that you desire, your wants, you know, your actions rather, your mindset, most importantly, is made to supplement your husband, because the man is the leader, right? So I believe by the end of the movie, it ended up to where this guy who was gonna, Eddie Murphy's son in the movie, where he was gonna, when he was about to inherit the throne, when he was about to actually become a next in line prince, he actually gave up that responsibility to his sister and had the sister become the next in line to be the ruler of that country, man, of that kingdom. You know? So that whole movie was just a travesty, man. Like I mentioned, it was just men. Really, the theme was women are better than men. Women are just as fit when it comes to rulership and guidance of a house to a kingdom to anything in comparison to a man.
We're going back home, I know.
So, and that's the furthest thing from the truth, because the kingdom that's to come is going to be ruled by men. And men, in the righteous sense, do have the capabilities to rule and have power, you know, but the average woman, she can't protect herself from bands of men unless there is gunplay involved. And even then, if there were guns matched on the other side of men would be better shotsmen, you know. They'll be better at operating firearms and using them than women. There are no women snipers in the military, man, and that's for a reason, because they don't have that skill in combat on the level of men, you know. That's why women choose to do things like get into fields like nursing, all right, secretary roles, you know, admissions and all that shit, administration. And part of that word administration, or to administer, is minister, which means a servant, meaning she serves the company. You know, or they'll choose to do something like, you know, just little remedial shit, man. But hereby men are doing all the hard physical jobs, fighting wars, leading countries, you know, doctors, scientists, engineers, all these different things. But yet they're trying to cast this spell in Hollywood that women can do everything naturally that men can do. And that's a misrepresentation of reality, because there's nothing wrong with women naturally wanting to be caregivers and providers, administration, because their ministry is supposed to be, like I mentioned before, about their husband, about their children, you know. But just this thing is just Esau supplanting and trying to cast down the natural order which Yahweh Shem Yahushua set up, man over woman. You know, so that movie, man, that was a travesty, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is coming with a role reversal pretty soon, because if you want, I'm gonna paraphrase a couple scriptures. You all right? I'm gonna paraphrase a few scriptures. Hey, you all right? Be careful. Watch where you walk. So the scriptures say a woman shall compass a man, and that was manifest in these last days. I want to say in the past 50 to 60 years, women have had that role of of surpassing men, and the amount of money they earn and their esteem amongst the world. You can't really do anything against a woman. You can't do anything, because the moment she bears witness against you, like for example, look at Andrew Cuomo, arguably one of the most powerful men in the state of New York. A few women come out and allege that he did something to him, sexually assaulted him, he's out of there. You see? That show you the power naturally that a woman might have. Okay? But that whole thing is gonna get turned right up on its head, because this Frankenstein type of social structure we have that's been engineered by the so-called white man. And he mainly does it through his legislation by giving women power, and also in Hollywood, because that's caused women to wax proud. But that's going to get turned on its head as things take a turn for the worse in this society. When the dollar crashes, when there's more death and destruction, plagues that's killing people, martial law, curfews, and all these different things. Hey, come this way. When all these different things happen, the roles will be reversed, because it's going to be seen who is the dominant of the sexes, man. And the movie just showed you also how, just in a cast down state, a lowest state Jake is, man. Like that dude, he ceded what was rightfully his as a man,
Dad, can we go
to
past
his
this?
sister, man.
Dad, can we go over there?
No. He ceded what was naturally his to his sister, to a woman. No ancient Israelite man, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, the 12 patriarchs, they would never do that. Because we know that men of our nation, we're the kings. We're the ones that rule over the Malak Wath, the kingdom. And the chief ruler of the kingdom to come is going to be Yahweh Shai, which obviously is a man. And he's going to have 144,000 men who are also kings under him. And every Israelite male that's born is going to be a king in his own right. And no woman will be a queen or or be based in the seat of judgment or rulership. The women will be princesses, meaning, cares and have certain, duties of the house and managing that. And that's it. And that's the proper order of things. Men over women. Because 1 Corinthians 11:4 goes into that. How the Most High is the head. And then Yahweh Shai, the Most High is the head over Yahweh Shai. And then Yahweh Shai is the head over the Israelite men. And then the Israelite man is the head over these women. And certain people know this. A lot of men are waking up with this red pill, MGTOW movement, right? A lot of men, they kind of see things because men been stupefied for the last 30 or 40 years. Going into niggas like R. Kelly, you know, these different men. What a bottle. They're insignificant to me. But a lot of people are starting to wake up. And really it's because this truth. Because the elders and apostles, before there was even a red pill MGTOW movement, you know, men waking up to kind of the roles of the genders, the elders and apostles been telling you that these women are wicked as hell, that the rightful place, you know, bringing out the scriptures on the order of things, man. So we're coming back to that. We're kings, we're gods, you know, we're priests, all that. That's who we are. And we're coming back to our heritage. So the things like coming to America, that's a misrepresentation. You know, it's going to be a righteous order that's coming. And the righteous order is really here because Yahweh Shah is with us ruling. Us brothers, we have control over our different households, you know. And,
Hi.
you know, that's all there is to it. So I'm going to close out all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. Shalom.
Daddy,